What up, good people, and you bad people too? This is me, the MATTWOODS, and I'm at the Climate Change Action Center, Youngstown, Ohio, 906 Elm Street with Jillian. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am excellent. Did I say your name correctly?
You did, yes.
Cool. So you are a student at YSU currently?
Yes, I am.
Can you tell us about what type of studies you're having right now, taking?
Yes, so I am an environmental science student at YSU with a minor in geology. I'm in my senior year. Right now I'm taking water quality analysis, historical geology, those types of classes.
Okay, and what's the goal? What's the end goal for once you graduate?
I'd like to be working in conservation or restoration work, or maybe something with water quality or water resources. Something given back to the environment for sure.
Now, how'd you get interested in this field?
Funny enough, a little bit out of spite, but mostly passion. I had a professor that was very anti-climate change. Like, he did not believe it existed and would argue like till his face turned red that these crazy weather events weren't happening. And so since it was a writing class, I decided to make all of my writing assignments about the environment and climate change. And through that I learned like a lot and how everything is like tied together pretty much. And it just really sparked a passion for me, like specifically with native plants. That semester I also was introduced to somebody at the Mahoney County Land Bank, where I ended up working with them for a while growing native plants.
You're from Texas, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so have you experienced like the weather changing from...
Absolutely, yeah.
How has it changed there, like let's say compared to, when you were growing up,
Yeah, so growing up, we very rarely got a snow day, and if we did, it was a really big deal, And the year I moved away from Texas, actually, I was there for, they called it Snowmageddon, and it was the massive snowstorm that hit Texas in 2021, and like multiple people died because our electric systems just weren't updated. Like, they had never been winterized because we don't really get that kind of weather down there. And so it was just really off everybody's radar. It took everybody by surprise, and hopefully they're more prepared for the storm this year.
Yeah, because today is, January 22nd, and I know there's a big storm system moving at least on the East Coast. Do you know if it's going to go across the country or?
Yes, actually, my sister still lives in Texas, so I've been talking to her a bit about it, and I guess they're going to be getting, I don't know if they'll be getting snow, but they will be getting ice and some like really crazy cold temperatures for down there. So everyone's kind of preparing. It seems like they're doing a much better job this go around, but to have like 2 winter storms this extreme, like that close together, is extremely unusual for that part of the country.
Right. So I know you did work with the land bank with some of the native species and having to push to get more of them planted. Is that one solution to climate change, planting more native species?
Yes, it's a factor to it, because climate zones are based on a couple factors like temperature, precipitation, and oh my goodness, my professor's gonna kill me. I know there's one more that I'm leaving out, but pretty much plants have the ability to kind of like create little microclimates around them, especially if they're like planted in mass. And so, like for example, a house with a well-mature tree could, I believe, like the difference of temperature underneath that shade would be like a 10 up to 10 degree difference. So even just one tree making a difference like that, like it was really encouraging to me when I learned that, because just putting in a few plants here and there may not seem like it makes a huge difference, but in the grand scheme of things, it really does.
Yeah, and as I think about it, because my house is surrounded by a lot of trees, and it's definitely cool in the summertime. So the cooler the house, the less need to run the AC, and running the AC less is less whatever. I don't know the technical terms. I'm not the student, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's why I appreciate, someone that's young like yourself doing the work, because it's really, really needed. So how has your experience been working with the land bank?
It's been really awesome. I've learned so much. Like, I had a wonderful mentor, Gary Davenport. He has just, like, pretty much everything I know I learned from him in terms of plants. And it's just been really rewarding. Like, I worked there for 3 years, and I was able to go from, like, knowing absolutely nothing. Like, when I moved here from Texas, I did not have a green thumb whatsoever.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, it's so hot down there. Like, you can't really keep things alive. And so, like, being here where things are just, like, so green and luscious.
Yes.
And then, like, learning the skills of, like, stratifying seeds, which just mimics, like, what they would go through out in the environment in the winter. And then, like, how to plant them, and maintaining them throughout the growing season. And then we actually partnered with Mill Creek Park to put the plants in there, and so it's really rewarding, to go and see, like, I like to go and look at the plants, and, like, when they were still in bloom, it was fun watching the birds come in and out and, like, get the seeds and all that. It's just very rewarding.
Okay. Yeah, no, Gary is definitely a great guy. I met him about maybe 4 or 5 years ago, and he was just a wealth of information. I did a video with him. I had to insert it into this video, but yeah, he's great. Yes. And we talked about doing some more videos and some learning material and things like that, because I feel it is so important for the young people to learn. Because once they start doing it, it's like fun, and it's so therapeutic, and then it's good for the earth.
Absolutely, yeah.
So what are some of your favorites in terms of the native species?
Oh my goodness, I could talk about this forever. My ultimate favorite is probably butterfly weed. Either butterfly weed or blue sage, just because there aren't a lot of, like, true blue plants and not a lot of, like, true orange plants. Like, they usually either tend to lean a little more like, for the orange towards yellow, or for the blue towards pink, like a purpley color. And they're just, butterfly weed specifically is just such a brilliant orange. It's so eye-popping. Like, it's just really beautiful. But also, it's related to milkweed, which, if anybody's not aware, it's the milkweed is the only host plant for monarch butterflies, which means that they exclusively lay their eggs on that plant. But what's interesting about that is that they don't really like the nectar of them. Like, they will eat the nectar from it, but that plant serves mostly as a food source for the caterpillars. And so that's where co-planting comes into play, where, like, you could put your butterfly weed near your milkweed, and since they're, like, related, they're not going to cause any problems with each other, but you're kind of providing, like, a food source for the adult butterflies and a food source for the caterpillars at the same time.
No, that's awesome. I forget the name of the bush. I think is it a butterfly bush? Is that a plant? Butterfly bush?
Probably, yeah.
Okay, I think that's what we have out front, and around the same time every day we get about maybe 4 or 5 different butterflies that come out. And then last year was 2 years ago, what is it called? A moth, hummingbird moth.
Oh,
yeah.
Those are so cool.
Right. So when I first seen it, I'm like, what the heck is that?
Right. It's like, whoa. It's like, it looks kind of weird, and then you realize what it is, and it's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I just saw that.
Yeah. So I like that. Like you mentioned about the companion plants, that's something I would have never known. So how easy is it to grow the milkweed and the butterfly? What did you call
butterfly weed? Yes.
Butterfly weed. How easy is it to grow those two things?
It's pretty easy, actually, as long as the seeds are viable, which just means that they haven't gotten too old. Pretty much, they're native plants here, so they want to grow. You just want to give them a chance, and they'll do it.
Are they perennials?
Yes, they'll keep coming back. They spread through seed, so both butterfly weed and milkweed form seed pods, and in the fall, those kind of like crack open, and the seeds are connected to like little tufts of, they almost look like little like feathers, and the wind carries them, and so they'll spread that way and end up, like, I'm really excited to see the plants that we put in next year, like how they've spread.
Yeah.
That's like my favorite part of going back to the sites that we've planted at.
Okay. Now, are you guys going to be, because I know you guys are doing some work at the greenhouse over on the west side there. Now, have you all planted any of the milkweed or the butterfly weed there?
Not around the greenhouse, but down the road at Mill Creek Park, Swick Park area. That's my favorite place to go to look, because the big bed between the two parking lots, that's where we've had like the best success of planting things, and we've got a variety of species there. We've got the butterfly weed, the milkweed, some native sunflowers, purple cone flowers, black-eyed Susans, brown-eyed Susans, blue sage, probably some other things I'm forgetting too.
Yeah. So now, when it comes to propagating those things, can you propagate the milkweed, or?
I've heard online that people have had success propagating them. I personally have not had success, so I'm not quite sure. But they're so easy to grow from seed that you know, with what I do, it's not really worth trying that.
Okay, gotcha. Now, is that something that you teach to others? If not, would you be willing to teach it to others, specifically me?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I've taught a couple classes at Mill Creek Park, and I've been like a guest speaker for a couple classes at YSU. And my favorite one it was at Mill Creek Park. I like gave an overview of like Native Plants 101 type thing, and then we had like a seed ball activity, which seed balls that's like an aspect of guerrilla gardening, which I know these are like a lot of terms, but guerrilla gardening is basically like somebody taking it upon themselves to like toss some native seeds in maybe like a strip of grass that's like in the roadway or something like that, or maybe like a field that doesn't have a lot of traffic on it, like just tossing it there and seeing what grows. But so the seed balls are a popular aspect of the guerrilla gardening because it makes the like delivery of the seeds pretty easy. And so I taught a class on that, on like how to make the seed balls, how to pick the species, and it was a hit. People really enjoyed it. Okay.
Well, yeah, I definitely want to get something like that going here at the Climate Change Action Center, because there's a lot of space around here that we could do a lot, and I'm still learning. I do more vegetable gardening, but I'm trying to learn more about the native species and stuff like that, so that'll be awesome.
Absolutely, I'd love to teach you.
Yeah, so that all sounds cool. So now, I recently joined the Cityscape team, and it's been a blast. I've been learning so much, but when did you join?
Officially joining Cityscape, I joined, I believe, August this past summer.
Okay.
But I've been working, they own the greenhouse that I grew the plants in when I worked with the land bank, so I've been working alongside them for a few years now.
Okay. So how's that been working with the executive director, Sharon, right?
Yes.
Sharon and Adam, how's it been working with those people?
It's so awesome. Like, they're so lovely, and I just really appreciate having a place to, you know, like, grow my passions, you know. It's very supportive.
Okay. So what's next for Jillian? I know, like I said, it's January 22nd. What's next in the next upcoming months here?
Well, getting through finals. I don't know. I'm looking into options for like some field courses that would hopefully like broaden my skills of like water sampling and things like that, soil sampling. Yeah, nothing too specific on the agenda right now.
Okay. Well, you mentioned that soil sampling. That's an area that I've never done anything with, but I need some knowledge on that. Can we do some type of soil sampling type of collaboration, something?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Dude, now do you get credit for that, if you would? Because, Commonwealth Inc., they're a nonprofit group, and we could put on some courses. Would you get credit, like, at school?
I'm not sure, actually. I'd have to look into that. I know that YSU offers like a soil quality class, I believe. And then I think like OSU offers a lot of the like field work type stuff. And then I think that would transfer, but I'm not quite sure.
Okay, well, we'll have to figure that out because each year I get better and better with the gardening, and I'm just slowly looking forward to the 2026 growing season.
Yes.
So I'm glad we're collaborating and going to be making more of these videos. And is there anything that you want to say to close this video out?
Other than just like with the environment and climate change and all of that, like individual action makes a huge difference. And so like anybody watching, this is my call to action to like get involved in your community, even if it's just in your own yard of putting native plants in, like it makes a huge difference.
I love it. That sent chills through my spine because it's so true, I forget the quote, I'm about to butcher it, something about everybody can't do everything, but some people can do one thing, so it's like just start small, like you said, even if it's just at your house, plant some native species. Now, does the land bank offer any free plants or,
We do plant sales. We just had our first plant sale this past season, which I'm hoping to be involved with the plant sale next spring as well. And it was a huge success. I think we sold like 300 plants.
Oh, wow.
It was something crazy. Like it was, I did not get a chance to sit down, but it was lovely.
Okay. Now, are they pretty affordable, the plants?
Yeah, I believe we were selling them for either $2.50 or $3. I can't quite remember what the price was that we settled on with that, but yeah, like pretty inexpensive. And honestly, if you know me, I'll end up with a lot of free plants at the end of the year, so that's a good way. It's just getting involved in your community, and like a lot of the people that are involved with native plants and stuff are like more than willing to like give seeds, give plants, give tips, all of that.
Okay. Well, there you have it. So once again, y'all, we're at the Climate Change Action Center. I'm the MATTWOODS with Jillian, my new planting partner. Y'all see what I did there? Peace.
And giving back to the environment for sure.
Now, how'd you get interested in this field? All right, I'm sorry about that. We're gonna keep rolling, y'all.
No worries.
Yeah. So how'd you get interested in that?